Yo, yo, yo. He didn't play the song. Oh, well. It's me and... Scoot over here. Me and Annoying Zach and the old... Scoot more over. There you go. Me and Annoying Zach, a.k.a. Spark Shadow Tiger, or Zachary McClindick. And in the living room is my girlfriend, Caitlin. But she'll be in here at the very end when we do the review or the grade or whatever. But we have just got done watching Phantasm. Now this is Phantasm Remastered. It's basically it's basically developed by it says in the back, since its release 1979, director Don Coscarelli's epic tale The Tall Man, his deadly scintilla spheres in the group of small town friends who must band together to stop his evil dimension hopping schemes, has captivated and terrified horror and sci-fi fans around the world. Now see all in stunning HD for the first time thanks for the malicious restoration from filmmaker J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Productions. Yes, we saw the original Phantasm Remastered. I got this, I think, a month ago for only 10...
Oh, it's not on Spotify.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Well, it can be on YouTube, but I don't really give a fuck. But this film came out in 1979, but this was a DVD that I got for $10, or it's a Blu-ray DVD, $10 at Walmart.
In the $5 bin, or
no? It's not there anymore. They
got rid of it.
They restocked everything. But they do got that DVD set. I do got the Phantasm DVD set that has this included again with all the other films, but in DVD form. Which, since I got Zach to finally watch this film with me, we're going to continue on. So whatever Phantasm film we do, he will be in it. But this is, before we do anything, this was one of the first ever horror films I ever watched as a kid.
Chucky was mine.
Well, yeah, I was raised on Child's Play because Chucky. Remember, I was scared of Spencer's Guest because Spencer's Guest. We talk about real quick. Chucky is right there. I remember my mom was looking at the
walk in the store,
or in the corner, it's the Crypt Keeper dressed as Santa Claus. So I mean, that scared the shit of me as a kid. But now if I went back, it's. I mean, I want to go back. It's nostalgia to go look like, because now it's just all hip and shit.
Right.
But this was one of the first films I watched in Dave's video. My grandpa said to me one time, said, "Why don't you get some horror films or something like that?" Or maybe I wanted to get into. There was VHS covers back in the day were some freaky ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to still use the. I'll use this, or I might use the original VHS, which has. I rented 2 films. And that was The Tall Man. I saw a film with a guy with a silver spear. And in the second movie I have, which we'll see in the future, is Dawn of the Dead, the original.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen that. He's seen that one time ago. I only seen
I've seen a reboot of Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, the reboot. So you haven't seen the original. Well, that's the next movie we'll see. But
I've seen Dawn of the Dead and Shaun of the Dead.
But also, Phantasm. What do you think about it? First time seeing it because I had.
Talk about a fucking mindfuck movie, bro.
Well, it was because this is like the second. I haven't seen this film. Well, I've seen it when I was younger, but throughout my time in life, I've seen bits and pieces because it was on TV or whatnot. But I haven't watched it throughout the whole film until now. Now there is in this special Blu-ray you have an audio commentary with Don Coscarelli, Angus Scrimm, Michael Baldwin, and Bill Thornbury, who played Jody. You got a new Graveyard Cars episode, probably talking about the car, that one, whatever, said, what was it, a Charger? I don't know.
Yeah, Dodge Charger.
You have interviews, and there's some deleted scenes. I didn't see them yet. I will check them out later on. But this film, before I even spoil it or anything, this is a classic.
It's classic horror. If you're in
this is definitely rewatchable.
It's like it's one of those psychological horror films.
It's a real classic. I mean, my first horror icons was Chucky and The Tall Man.
That's basically.
And then Freddy came afterward. Freddy and Jason came.
I didn't watch the Freddy movie, so I was a teenager.
Yeah, but Tall Man's one of the first ones. So it means this whole. When I saw that Walmart, I had to get. That was the best $10 ever.
And so it was. I think it was first for me. It was Chucky, then Jeepers Creepers, then Freddy.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But this film is very psychological. It all revolves around the fucking mausoleum. It's creepy as hell. The music, the music's great. I love the music score.
Like Mr. Crawley in the background.
They should do a remix of that song with Halo.
Why?
No. No. But yeah, this film, the plot is basically, like I said before, I mean, it's all revolves around. I don't know what city it was, town it was, but all revolves around Morningside Cemetery, the mausoleum. You know, well, before we spoil it more, but it first starts with one of a guy gets killed by this bitch who's actually the tall man, and then
basically
it goes on
or something.
Yeah, he's basically. I mean, that's what he is. He's a demonic and is a good shot.
He's like
Alex.
He's a demonic alien, something. Whatever.
It's confusing. He's got his scintille beams and shit.
These like centennial spears that are like.
Well, he catches them though, but I mean. I thought, the acting did great. I mean, Michael Baldwin did such a great job, but he sounds like a girl. But now I remember when I was younger, I had this voice. Hey man, come on man, come on. I hated my voice back then. But he's following his brother around a lot in this film because his brother's leaving. Hell, their parents just died. Well, we're already spoiling it, so fuck it. But before we go ahead here, if you want to see a classic horror film at its finest, right here is the shit.
I will say this, though, that get ready for a mindfuck at the end of the movie.
Oh, yeah, it's a mindfuck. And I didn't notice that to the end, but I definitely do recommend this film. And this film is rewatchable.
You played a good game, boy!
But the game is finished. Now you die! But this is definitely rewatchable. I'm gonna watch this when my son gets older. If he wants to watch horror movies, say, hey, let's pop this in. You can see some boobies. Yeah, but this chick's titties look weird. But
using sex to kill your victims.
Yeah,
so
he's using everything.
Tall man's basically gay.
No, whatever. He's like, I don't care. But I definitely recommend it. Did my girlfriend like it? You like it? Yeah. She got scared in some parts.
She got scared. I got scared.
Yeah, I know I'm scared. Oh, damn. But, okay, spoiler talk now. So basically, their friend Timmy dies from that demonic hoe, or a tall man, what is he dressed up as? And then Mikey has to follow.
She has this creepy asshole smile every time somebody comes.
It's fucking the tall man. I mean, I don't know, but it's just. Then after that, all shitty happens. They go to the funeral. I love the characters. I love Jody, Jody Jr. I love Reggie. There's all
Reggie and
the Mike man. Mike.
He's got. Talk about a kid who has balls, man. He's got balls.
He got balls of steel. But after his family passed, his mother and dad. What are you doing? Sorry, I had to pass some gas. My girlfriend's in the kitchen getting something to drink or something.
Of course, you got to pass some.
But so Mike sees shit because he's just observing around. He sees the tall man just pick up after they put the pallbearers and put their friend in the casket. Fix that fucker thing up.
Fix that fucker like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Casket's way it's done. I was at my grandfather's funeral. Talk about shit. That fucker was heavy.
I bet it was fucking heavy. But that's one.
There's no way.
And the other thing about the story is that Jody's leaving. And there's scenes, and he even Jody even talks about Mike always following him around and everything. Hey, he's 13. I mean, he's gonna leave. It's his little brother. I don't care if I had a little brother. I'm gonna be there by his side. I'm not gonna fucking move off and shit. If my fucking family's dead and shit and everything, like, I'm just gonna leave him. I'm gonna think I'm gonna send him up his aunts or something.
Up to his aunts, or
up to his aunt.
Probably to it.
Probably gonna play the guitar.
Probably gonna send him up to an insane asylum. It's weird because the thing is,
talking to camera.
Okay, it's weird because there's a scene in there where they go inside this white solitary confinement room, and it had like dwarves in there, and Reggie somehow triggered something.
Yeah,
with them.
But he must have triggered it all. But the characters are great. But it's just the story that his brother keeps on because his brother's leaving or whatever and whatnot. And then he follows, and then so he gets through the whole mausoleum and shit. And then you see the Ewoks, which I think this is before we saw it in Star Wars, which they came out in Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
So I think they took like that a little bit. So wasn't those the Ewoks with the mask? Or I don't remember. But
no, Ewoks were the bears.
Okay. I know, but I'm assuming those
Ewoks.
The thing that was with us.
That's the sand people.
You know what I'm talking about.
That's the sand people.
The people, the little small people, but those were those were fucking weird, you know. But it all revolves around the mausoleum, and then you see the tall man himself, which does Angus Scrimm, or I forgot his name. He died, I think, a year or two years ago. He's like in his 80s, upper 80s, so he's in his 50s here, I think, or something. But he does a fantastic job as a tall man.
Boy,
he's wearing those big. He's actually a 5'11" guy, but he's wearing those platform boots. And those things like the shit on.
What are tall man's basically? His character is basically Satan.
Well, throughout the films, Zach, we will find because in the fourth or the fifth Phantasm, you will get to see Tall Man before he got to the demonic stage. So you'll get to later in the films, because we're going to do all the later films. We'll catch up with that when we do the second review and all the second movies and throughout the movies, because I got them all. So, but you know, the scenes with the silver spears with that one guy, which we don't know who the fuck that guy was.
Talk about fake ass blood turning into yellow. There was a shot. The yellow
blood. Yeah, the shot the spears off.
Had a shot on the ground where a guy.
Oh, he's pissing.
Like he was. We couldn't tell if that was part of the fake blood or if it was piss.
Probably piss. You know, when you die, you shit yourself. Pretty second, probably piss yourself. I don't know. And we don't know who that guy. I don't even know who that random guy was. He wasn't even talking to the tall man. They had all. They was just
like some sort of side character.
Maybe he was getting like brought in. Maybe I don't know. But he gets killed. But, I mean, we can go on and on about this film. But then at the very end, it's a mindfuck. Because I didn't know it. Because he actually, when they go in the mausoleum and the mausoleum disappears and shit, they see Reggie dies. But he really doesn't because I'm like, he's in all the other movies. I don't remember the shit. And then Mike just wakes up out of nowhere and he had a nightmare and Reggie's with him. And he says, Jody died in a fucking car crash. You need to see him helping him put the tall man in the fucking, the mine shaft. It's a total mindfuck because I forgot about that shit. And the film ends off with the
tall man grabbing him, pulling him through the mirror.
Yeah, and then that goes on to the next films. The thing that really irritates me is when we will do the next Phantasm. It's because I got the Phantasm II, the ball is back. That's what it's called. And the thing that really confused me is that Mike's in this film, but it's not Mike Baldwin. It's another guy. I don't know how it is. I mean, I don't know how. I'm looking online how he wasn't cast in this.
It's weird. It makes you wonder if. You know that one scene where he got pulled out of the, the car by a demon?
We're in a video. What? Oh, she needs a fucking ride. Yeah, our friend needs a ride.
No.
Well, we're doing a video. Hold up. But, yeah, we're doing a video, and you do this shit. It's the first time ever. First time I ever had someone trying to interrupt me. But, shut up! I'm trying to finish this, damn it. But it's a great fucking series, but I can't wait to watch Phantasm II because I haven't seen that in forever. You know, I'm gonna get him. So it's probably just gonna be me and him, or my girlfriend, or just me and Zach to watch him. Because my girlfriend, she don't really give a fuck. She's never into horror films. She's not really into roller coasters either. So, but I love her to death. Check out Phantasm. Definitely recommend this film. I definitely rewatched this film. It's a mindfuck at the very fucking end. It's good scenes, good cars. You want to look at a car. You want to see a fucking headless fucking or a midgets and that think they're driving by itself. And titties. You can see some weird nipples.
Weird nipples.
So what are you gonna say now?
I do believe. Remember one scene where Demon pulled Mike out of that car and he landed hard on his head?
Yeah.
Theory, what if he was in a coma that whole time and his brother and Reggie found him? What if
I'm still trying to remember that scene. What scene was it? I'm trying to remember.
It was when he was with those two girls and they were trying to go back to the house.
Oh, maybe that's when he did wake up.
Yeah, because he landed pretty hard on his head.
Maybe so. I don't know. But that is our review of Phantasm Remastered. Hope you guys liked our discussions or whatever. It's long. Usually it goes over 10 minutes or whatever. But we'll see you for the Phantasm 2. The ball is back. Peace. piece.